I'm doing the
I'm
same
doing
thing.
what?
I'm doing mine off my phone. You said you're doing it for your phone?
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
Old smartphone.
anywho, Moke and friends. Today it is Moke and Mahoney part two. Man, I was thinking that because we did part one my first season, and that was like 5 6 years ago. And I remember for the longest time I would always harass you on Facebook and say we need to do another podcast, and you gave me the answer like, well, set it up, and I never did. But then when you moved to Austin, I was like, yo, we're gonna meet up, and then all this shit happened, and now we're here. So thank you
I
for.
mean, yeah, it didn't take too long once I moved back. It's
Oh
only I've
yeah,
been here
yeah.
about a month. I've been here about a month. That's it.
Really?
Like maybe 2 months. Yeah,
Damn,
two
I
months because I
thought.
came New Year's.
How was it? Do you miss Houston?
There's some stuff I'm missing, some stuff I don't miss. The whole last year I was there was under Corona, so I didn't really
Yeah.
appreciate it
Because
so much.
it seemed like you were having like a ball in Houston, like more than what you were having when you were living in Austin.
I mean, more people look like me in Houston. There's that,
There are a lot of niggas.
being
You talking about niggas or like Africans?
niggas. I don't know if in this context I'm about to say that. Bro, I was living in Third Ward, Houston. Like it was as black as it got. It was
Yo,
like a historically black neighborhood.
you live. Oh wow, my church was in Third Ward. Third
Oh
Ward is
yeah,
pretty. Yeah, yeah. There was,
it it was
but
rough,
but
but I mean, you know,
but it wasn't as bad because it's more like gentrified a little bit, ain't it?
it's gentrifying. But not where I was. I was on the corner. It used to be called Dowling, but they changed it to Emancipation. You know where that is? Dowling and Sophomore, right at that intersection.
I would have to see it.
It's as bad as it gets. But even that wasn't even that bad. Like honestly,
Yeah,
I'm too friendly to have real problems with anybody. Like
right.
I think they felt bad to take it. Like people would feel bad taking advantage of me because I was just like
You think so?
this smiling dude. Like I was too happy.
Yeah. So
People fucked with me in the hood. They liked me there. They would like it was
no.
not what I thought it would be at all.
Yo, people in the hood, what I have realized is that they like normal people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
hood niggas don't always want to be around hood niggas because I feel like you always have to worry around hood niggas. When you're just around just normal people, it's fine. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the people a quick backstory about us. Um, if you didn't listen to last podcast, Mahoney is, well, I guess you're not my classmate, but we went to the same school, but you were a freshman after I graduated, right?
Right after you left. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I first met Mahoney, he was different than what he is now. You know what I'm saying? And it's for me, I'm just like, damn, like it's crazy that we're on here because when you were a freshman, you were somebody I was like, I would definitely not fuck with this guy. But then
I
life
mean,
happens and huh?
no, I'm following the ride. You're not wrong yet.
And then life happens, and then I think I forgot if it was either Thiago or Dude, but somebody was like, "Oh yeah, Mahoney does is doing comedy and all this shit." So I started looking and reaching out. I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's cool." And the funny thing now is when I mention you to people, I say, "Yo, my comedian friend." But the truth is, I've never seen any stand up from you. I just think you're a funny person.
I appreciate that. That's more real than saying that's a more real compliment than
But
saying you saw my rehearsed shit and was like, oh, he's good.
I want to fucking see some comedy from you.
I mean, there's no comedy right now, man. Corona, it's coming back soon.
You, you,
They
you
used to,
you ever thought about doing virtual comedy?
man, that seems
Different,
whack.
it's a different feeling. Yeah, I know. I was
I do want to
listening.
do. I've
Go
been on
ahead.
TikTok a lot lately, and I like the
Uh,
idea of generating, like, making some sketches and just like on my own, putting out like some online content. But
yeah,
they do like what we're doing right now. They do like Zoom show stand up now, and I'm like, that sounds like
yeah.
a nightmare.
Like I heard. I don't know. There's a comedian named Chuck Nice who's be with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he said that he does those Zoom things, but it sucks because you're not like physically with the people. So
Right.
if they, you know how when they just don't do shit, they just start talking shit about people in the crowd.
Hmm.
So I guess when they do the Zoom shit, they just start shitting on people's houses and how it looks in the background and stuff.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think that would be good for I don't know for a certain extent. But anywho, so here's today's topic. Like I usually have topics with people, but today's topic with you is let's see where this goes.
Let's improvise.
All right, man. Where
I
do
don't
we
know.
start? Huh?
I mean, I've never seen. I don't know. I don't know what you kind of the trajectory you usually go down. I don't even know what kind of topics you usually talk about. Like, what is the
It
last
it
thing y'all
it
spoke about?
it
We don't have to
it,
retread, but
it depends who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Because it's interview type based. So the last person I talked to on Tuesday was a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? And I just we
Mhm.
talked about his story and everything like that. Um. So with you, hey, let me ask you something. You know Obed, right?
Yeah, is he a Trump supporter? Or is that a just the troll? What is that? Because I
Did
had to drop him. I couldn't even fuck with him anymore. Too much
because
Trump shit.
he told me he said Mahoney blocked me. I was like,
Yeah, because
what?
he did too. It was like three or four Trump things back to back. I don't even want to argue with him. I'm just gonna drop the I don't even care. I don't even care. I've got tired of the conversation, not with him specifically, but I over and over again. Is he? You set the record straight for me because first of all, I'm not even on Facebook anymore because
Right.
that shit is I'm over it. But am I wrong? Was he? Is he trolling? Is he just being silly by saying, "Oh, I'm a Trump supporter," or what's happening with it? Because I don't have
Both.
room in my heart. It's both.
Both. No,
Yeah,
no,
I don't have
but
room.
look, but
I
look,
don't
but
have
look,
room in
wait.
my life for him.
I'm
I don't
not,
have
I'm
room.
not, I'm not making an excuse. I think that he just agreed with some of the stuff that Trump said, like tax. I don't know. I don't know.
Trump
But
willingly tried to send five innocent black children in New York on the day I was born, by the way, April 18th, 1989,
the
7
Central
p.m.,
Park
the day
Five,
I was born, in Central Park 5. He tried to get them killed. You cannot justify that with me. It's not even worth arguing with him about it. I just like, this is where I stand.
yeah,
I did what I did. If
I
that's where he stands,
yeah,
I respect.
I got,
I mean, I don't respect him, but I respect the boundary. I'm not even gonna try and convince him of anything.
I can respect that. I can respect that. But that's one thing I wanted to ask because I remember he said that, and I was just like, nah, he wouldn't block you. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he figured you blocked him over some like some feminist shit or something.
I mean, I believe in like gender equality, but I wouldn't go so far as to call myself a feminist. I don't think I'm. I think that would be like fake, like disingenuous almost. You know,
Right,
you ever
right,
get that
right.
feeling when somebody, when even like a white person is too agreeable, and you're like, are you just trying to sound
Yeah.
right? I don't want to. I don't
Right.
want to look like I'm trying to sound. I would never call myself a feminist. I wouldn't even. I mean, you got to be really out. You got to say some really outlandish shit for me to
Do,
drop our friendship over that.
do you so is the friendship dropped or is it just like you just not fucking with the energy on social media?
Like if I see him in person, I wouldn't want to have the conversation with him about Trump. And then I don't, yeah, so I guess the friendship in real life is dropped, but I don't want to see his thoughts. I don't want to see the things that he thinks in his head because I think they're dumb. I think
Right.
his thoughts are stupid, so I wouldn't want to have the argument with him. That's where I'm at.
Oh, well, okay. It wasn't damn. All right. Well, I mean, but it's very respectable. It's very respectable. Did
I'll
you
drink with
vote?
the brother. I will. Yeah, I voted. I should have voted last time too, but I didn't. I didn't vote for Hillary. I should have. I didn't go out.
I last time for the Hillary vote, I voted for Bernie Sanders when I guess was in the
Same.
you know what I'm saying? And then once that didn't happen, I just said fuck it. I said
Yeah,
fuck it.
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
This time I went in, my nose covered, and I didn't look. I just voted for Biden
Biden.
because Biden isn't the best either, but at least we can hold him accountable and he'll listen.
Right.
Biden has his problems too. I'm not standing Biden. Here's how I see it. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I voted against Donald Trump.
Okay. I mean that's fair. That's fair because I didn't vote. You know what I'm saying? And so my policy is don't vote, don't bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I
Fair.
don't bitch I don't bitch about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't vote. Do you consider yourself pro black?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hmm.
I feel like you're very pro black.
I mean, I might be a little overboard on it. I don't
Yeah,
know, but
because there was one point where you were going like I guess trolling people, trolling white
maybe.
people.
Probably. I still do that. I'm, I stay home all day now because of Corona. So I've been on TikTok all day just finding, Candace Owens. You know who Candace Owens is?
The black lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, White people love her because they found somebody who's brainwashed that agrees with them. So I've been fighting her shit and just being honest. I don't even know if it's trolling. Trolling is dishonest. Like I'm just like, oh, I just want to say what pisses you off. I'm saying how I
Yeah.
really feel.
So let me okay, let's take it somewhere else. Do you care about human life?
Yeah.
All human life?
Yeah, I feel like you're leading me somewhere, but yeah,
Yeah, I
I
am.
like.
I am. I am. I am.
Okay, I like to
So
think I value human life.
so what do you think about the lady who died storming the Capitol?
I don't value her life. She got what she deserved. That was great. Oh my god, video of the year
I,
after
I'm
this
I'm trying
whole
I'm
past
trying
year.
new things. I'm trying new things. All right. But I didn't say that expecting I didn't say that expecting a certain answer, but I really wanted to see like how you felt about that.
Look, it is sad that a person. I can't even say it, bro. She went down. Blood. Oh my god. This whole past year they've been laughing at George Floyd saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have been resisting arrest." Blah 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 blah. This was poetic justice, as far as I'm concerned. I guarantee you
Right.
that bitch had some racist shit in her timeline, and she
Oh,
got what
look,
she
look,
deserved.
look. Probably after a week after it happened, because I get all my breaking news stories from World Star, and
Mhm.
they posted a they posted a video of her, and I don't know if it was TikTok because people like to just record everything on TikTok. And it was some video, but she was going on like a crazy rant saying it wasn't like no nigga shit, but it was like fuck Joe Biden, we want to hang him. So it was like you kind of look like a domestic terrorist now, pretty
She
much.
literally is. She attacked our democracy. Like they killed
Okay,
people, bro. They killed a dude. These Blue Lives Matter, fake ass Blue Lives Matter protesters.
yeah.
They killed a cop, which I'll never cry over a dead cop. I dance when cops die, but
What
it
about
just shows me they're hypocrites.
what about the black cop who just recently killed himself because he couldn't take all the? Have you heard about that?
No, he killed himself.
Yeah. Let me see if I'll try to look it up while we're talking. You know what? I just realized I can't talk and type. Um,
Yeah, take your time, man.
but no, he killed himself recently. Let's see.
Uh huh.
This was 5 days ago off of CNN. It says
Wow.
a black sheriff deputy in Louisiana condemned police brutality and institutionalized racism. Then he
Uh huh.
died by suicide. And so there's a video of him, and he's I guess saying talking down on the his coworkers that he works with or whatever, and a nigga couldn't take it. But I think that was the same thing that happened with the other dude who went on that killing spree in California. Remember that cop? Like Chris
Oh,
Donor or some shit.
yeah, hero.
Yeah,
He was not a cop, was he? He was a ex-military, and
was he?
yeah, and then he killed a bunch of pigs. Look, uh, I don't know why that guy killed himself. I do know when cops speak out against each other, bad things
Yeah,
happen to them, and they get
right.
killed. That's sad, and that's the meat of the problem. It's that cops don't hold each other accountable.
Hmm.
Here's
Right,
why it's
right.
not controversial for me when I say the only good cop is a dead cop. Because first of all, I want to see them die. Second of all, whenever they do speak out against each other and hold each other accountable, which is what they say they're supposed to be doing,
Hmm.
they get killed. So it
Okay,
sounds to me like the only good ones are dead.
but what if something happens and you need a cop?
When describe to me that situation,
Okay, somebody breaks into your house.
so they can show up an hour later and maybe shoot me or my dog.
Okay,
No, I don't
somebody.
need a cop then.
Okay, nigga. Okay, somebody. Oh, okay, even if they rob you, you won't file a police report.
Only
You just
because
gonna charge to the game?
the only reason I would file a police report is I think you have to legally, and I don't want to get in trouble with them. But what are they going to do about it? I filed a police report. What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
So you don't see yourself calling. a cop for help ever.
I've never, even in violent situations that I've been in, I've never felt the need to call a cop. The only thing that they would do is bring a gun and an attitude to the situation. I don't know what use they would have.
So you don't no, it says my homie said Christopher Dorner was a LA cop.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
you don't think no cops are good?
uh, again, when they speak out, they tend to die, right?
True. Okay.
So the dead
Or
ones are the good ones.
maybe it's just the black. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. I see what you're saying.
I've never heard of
So
a good cop and they defend each other. It's like a gang and they're
yeah.
culpable and not accountable. So they're even if there's a good one, that good one is dangerous because he's gonna snap, and when he snaps, he won't be held accountable. Did you see the new Denzel movie?
Which one? Denzel's son or Denzel?
No, Denzel. It's called The Little Things. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a cop movie. I didn't
Yeah.
like it at first, but the more I think about it, it's a good movie. It's just about a
It,
lack of accountability in that job, in that role. There's a lack of accountability,
yeah.
and it's dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing in our society. Is
Have you ever
policing
had a
our crime.
bad have you ever had a bad experience with a cop?
Yeah, I've been arrested. I've been arrested. Okay, this is
Well,
this is
come
my
on.
education. No, 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 no. This is my education because I'm not violent. I've never been arrested for anything violent. It's never been an issue. I was always taught if you're honest with the police, they're not going to really. If you're honest, you're not a danger to anyone around you. They're not going to fuck
Okay.
with you. That's what I've always been taught.
Depends what you're honest about.
Exactly. That's what I learned. Okay, let me explain the situation. Because I was stupid in this. I'm not gonna lie. What I did was dumb, but I wasn't a danger to anybody, and he could have just let this slide. I had some weed in my car. He followed. He saw me smoking at the apartment complex, and he followed me
Mm.
to Best Buy. And I'm hanging out at Best Buy. I was gonna buy a keyboard, but it wasn't worth it. So I go back out. This cop comes in and he says, "Hey, is this your Toyota Camry outside?" And I go outside, and my homeboy is in handcuffs. I don't know how he's gonna get home, but he's in handcuffs. And he says, "We saw y'all smoking. Is there any marijuana in your car?" And
Mm.
I was like, "Yeah." And then I told him where it was. I pointed to it. I was like, because whenever my white friends do the same thing, they say, "Oh, I do have marijuana in the car. Here it is." The cop throws it away. My girlfriend is white. Her brother. This happened to him. He throws the weed away, and he says, "Don't let me catch you doing this again."
Right.
That was the end of it. And I would have done that. I would have just gone home. I would have left my weed at home from then on. I would never bring
Well,
it out.
where was this at?
Williamson County, where I currently live, in the
Oh,
in
Wilco, of course.
yeah, yeah, yes. So, in my experience, 100% of the cops I've had interactions with only are there to ruin my life.
what what
I told you I just got my license back like this week. It's
what
been
race
6 years since I had my license.
what race were the cops?
Latino and white. But you could tell the white guy was higher ranking, and he was
Yeah.
kind of showing off for massa.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Look, for me, my experience when I used to go to the valley and stuff, and I had a two-seater coupe, and every time I went through a checkpoint, I got harassed by a black cop. Harass me. What do you do? How you got this car? Are you a citizen? I'm like, nigga, I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
What?
But let me tell you this. There was one time in Odessa, I got pulled over for having a my tags was out.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just bought some fucking gas. And so the cop pulls me over, comes to my window, and license registration balloon there, whatever. And then he says, "You got any drugs in the car?" And so I know by him asking that he can smell it because it's in my center console. And I say,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, it's in my center console." So he takes me out the car, puts me in handcuffs, and he got it. And he was like, "Yo, if I don't find anything else, I'll let you go." So he let me go, right? He was a white cop. Now, there was another time on Thanksgiving, and maybe because it was Thanksgiving, I got stopped by state troopers at like 9 o'clock at night. I had weed, I had a pipe, all that shit. These niggas, like I told them the truth, they let me go. You know what I'm saying? So for me, besides the shit that's happening on TV, for me, I've had good experience with cops that weren't black. If I ever got stopped by a black cop, they I don't go to jail or nothing, but they harass the fuck out of me. But the white cops are usually the ones who are like, okay, you tell the truth or you're trying, so they usually let me off.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't agree with like. I mean, I do understand what you're saying when you say a dead cop is a good cop or however you said it, but I don't agree with how it means. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that there are some good cops.
Hold on.
My,
Sorry.
my boy, we about to we about to speak a second language.
That's my mom, my grandma.
I know. So say, what do you speak?
I'm Harik. I'm East African. My parents are Ethiopian.
Oh, that's dope. I want you to say something, but I want to get back to what we're talking about. So, I mean, of course, we're gonna agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But in the chain of events that's been happening, like how you feel about cops, I tend to feel about white people a little bit. Not too much, but just a
I
little
can
bit.
never fault you for not trusting them. I'll never fault you for
Right.
that. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Okay, our personal experiences differ. What
Hmm.
about FBI database statistics? The fact that we're 13% of the country, but we're just as likely to use narcotics as white people, but we make up most of the prison population
No,
for
don't
drug
don't
use.
don't get me wrong. Like I'm just saying that I believe they're good cops. Don't get me wrong. Whenever I see cops, I tense the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So
It's the institution, man. It's not the
right,
individual
right.
cop. It's their job. Their job is racist, so you can't not be racist and be a cop. If your job is to be racist, I don't care about your ideologies. I don't care about what you think you're doing. What
Yeah.
your job is literally, you know, to be racist.
But when you say your job is to be right, but I get what you're saying. But like what I'm saying is not every cop is gonna be that.
But their job is. Otherwise, why is the majority of the prison population made up of what's actually 13% of the country? And why does America have more people in prison than anywhere else in the world? Developed or underdeveloped countries, we have more people in prison than anywhere else in the world.
Because they money hungry.
Yeah. And how do they,
Yeah.
how, historically, they've always made money off of people that look like us, off
Right.
of taking our freedom away.
Yeah. My homie was telling me about like the 13th Amendment or something. That is almost just pretty much
Yes.
yeah. So I totally get you. You know what I'm saying? But it's I always just want to play devil's advocate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just having one side of the spectrum. But you should. Are you doing comedy? Are you writing anything? I know you said you're doing TikTok shit, but are you like writing anything?
I'm doing this weird. Okay. I read comic books, and that's
Mm.
something I've always liked. Uh, Actually, we're talking about VGA. That was kind of something I was known for. One of the things I had going for me is like, oh, tell me about Blade or tell me about the X-Men and stuff. But I love
Yeah.
comic books, and I've been writing a show, like a YouTube series, where I like interplace with it'll be me talking on camera and have like a whole set here, and then it'll be like shots from the comics and stuff, and me just talking about like inclusivity in comic books.
You know who's real good with that shit? Joy Lynn. You know Joy.
She's an
Remember?
Asian chick,
Yeah.
like the only one in the whole school.
Yeah, yes. But
Yeah,
she
I remember.
she does Comic Con and shit, and she like does specifically talking about superheroes, science or shit. Cause I was trying to get her on the show for science because I like
Oh, cool.
astronomy, but she was
Uh-huh.
like, no, I only deal with superhero shit. But she's been in like San Diego and she's on the panel and shit. But
What?
you
Is she a content
yeah.
creator? What she do? Does she do like
Uh,
anime or what kind of comics she do? That's interesting. That's a
no,
surprise to me.
and she's also a math teacher. Go figure. But
Huh.
no, she doesn't do it. Like she just analyze. Like I'll have to like send you some videos and shit because I'm not
Definitely.
I'm not
That's the
explaining
kind of
good.
thing I like. No, that's
But
my whole YouTube channel is all I watch is people breaking down comic books and comic book movies.
with taking it back to your comedy. So do you think if you did comedy and incorporated like how you feel with America, you would be like the new Paul Mooney? Like you would because you when I read some of your posts you were on some Paul Mooney shit, but it's so real. What was the post that I shared for you? You said white people only. what do you say? Know their racist if other white people
Whether they're
came.
all white, yeah, that's definitely a thing. I have a white girlfriend, and I've yelled at people about stuff, gotten into real discussion. Not even yelling. I've gotten into like discussions with somebody and not changed a lick of their mind.
Yeah,
And she'll come in and say the same shit that I just said, and they'll be like, "Oh, maybe you're right." They'll only listen with somebody that looks like them talk. We can't end racism on our own. It has to be them because we're not the problem.
right, right. So do you think that will happen then in our lifetime? In our lifetime, no. I in our
Uh,
lifetime, I don't think it will.
I don't
I
think
think
you'll
I'd
ever
be
get rid
like,
of.
see
I,
now, you know what I'm saying, when it starts happening.
I don't know if I don't think we'll ever change anybody's hearts. If they think black people are inferior and they need to think that, I don't think they can change it. Oh, there's an athlete has a really good quote. He said something along the lines of, uh, "If you're racist, it's not my problem. But if
Mhm.
you're racist and if you're a racist with a gun, I think if you're a racist with a gun, then it is my problem." Basically saying, uh, the issue isn't that you hate me. The issue is that you hate me and you have the power to fuck my life up.
Ah,
So I think in our lifetime, I think we can take away their power. I think we can put an end to because I don't care about racism. I'll never be able to change people's heart, but we can take away
right.
their power. We can end white supremacy.
So how is it like being pro black with a white girlfriend? Like when you say white
Complicated.
girlfriend, when you say white girlfriend, is it white like the white girl with grill who says nigga every now and then and listens to trap music all
No,
day?
I would never date a girl that. I actually broke up with a white girl because she did Xanax and she said some
Oh
outlandish shit.
man,
Yeah,
I've
Xanax will
been through
mess you
that.
up.
I've been through that too, nigga. And them girls,
It was
I
embarrassing. It was
know.
in front of black friends too, and it was so we stopped talking. No, this one is she's another comedian. This one is she's a fellow comic, and it just we just kind of fell in love. It was not expected. She, she and I didn't consider until after we started dating that like uh, black women don't really black women are underappreciated. And if I had a type, it would not be a white woman. It would be if I went after my type and got what I was looking for, I would be with a black woman right now.
Mm.
That's just the truth.
I totally agree with you. Black women are definitely underappreciated.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I'm missing out on a lot.
in a weird way, you know what I mean? Because when I look at Michelle Obama,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like to me, I see, black excellence. And I'm not talking about the political side. I'm just talking about her as a whole, how she carries herself as a mom and how she looks and everything, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And to me, she has probably been the most attractive like first lady. But I've seen people just mad and be like, yo, she's a gorilla, blah blah blah, yada yada. And I feel like black women do get beat up for kind of just no fucking reason. Now, so how did your girl feel with your pro blackness? I can't hear you. Your audio is out.
Oh, shit again.
I can hear you now.
All right, man, that's annoying. Nah, but you asked how did I grow up being pro black?
No. I said how did your girl feel about your pro blackness? Like how does she even you know what I mean? Like does it make her
No,
feel uncomfortable or does is it like was she
I mean,
like
I sure
nigga
hope she feels
not
comfortable.
nigga
It would
but
not work out. It would be a deal breaker for me if she felt uncomfortable. She goes with me when I go to protests. She goes with me.
now
We
would
voted.
you would
In fact, she went out ahead of me. She voted before I voted. She's responsible about it. She needs to be on point. In fact, it's more important for her to be in a relationship with me and to eventually, be my wife and have my children. It's more important for her to be pro-black than it is for me.
so would you be mad at her if she kind of agrees with some of the white point of views that happen sometimes? Like if something happened and what if she said, well, he shouldn't have resisted. Is
It would be over. It would not work out for us.
okay.
Yeah, I
I
would not be with that. It wouldn't work for me,
now
man.
do you think that you felt more pro blackness during like all the shit that's been going on, or have you just kind of always been this way?
I mean, I've gotten more angry,
You got more what?
because there's more to be angry about.
Same,
When I
same.
when I knew you, I was still in the church, and when I was in the church, I was not pro-black,
Right, right.
which is a source of shame for me. But the
Yeah.
church does kind of brainwash you to
hate
Yeah.
people that look like you. Some modern Protestant churches to this day are Mormons. Not even that long ago were saying the mark of Cain is to be black, and there's a lot of brainwashing in the church. So I didn't grow up that way. Um,
I started feeling my, I don't want to say pro blackness, but mine when Trayvon died. And excuse me,
I was saying
and how
that's when it
and
started.
and how lightly like some people were taking it and joking, you know what I'm saying? And how it was like, well, you shouldn't be wearing hoodies, you know what I'm saying? It's like niggas clothes. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay, I think we're set. Sorry.
All right, you're good. We're good. What'd you say?
Okay. No, okay. So the last thing you said was you jumped on the train around Trayvon around that time.
Well, okay. Let's word it right. I don't want to say jump on a train, but I just started becoming more aware with my blackness and more in touch with my
Sure.
roots. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't.
when
Yeah,
the
I didn't
when
mean that any kind of way. By the
no,
way, I just meant in general. Yeah.
no, I know you didn't, but I just want to clarify. You know what I'm saying? For
Hmm.
if anybody watching this, you got that.
Hmm.
And so that's when I did it, and then once George Floyd and all that happened because I had left the Virgin Islands like right before COVID started. And once that when George Floyd happened, I remember the video popped up and I didn't watch it because I was like, I don't like watching shit like that. And then
I
I
still haven't
started,
seen it.
yeah. And then I started seeing it gain traction. And when I was in Dallas, there was a point when it was almost kind of like a race war. And I still feel this way, but at that point in time, I felt strongly about it. I was like, I'm ready to die for my people. You know what I'm saying? Like I was ready to go to fucking war and do it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and now it's different because I'm in Austin. I'm with my kids and everything. So my mind is a little bit different. But at that point in time, I was ready. I didn't want to see a
Bro.
white person in traffic. I didn't want to see shit.
Bro,
Nigga, for real.
Dallas was worse. Dallas had some because George Floyd was from Houston.
when
In fact, he was from
when
Third Ward, Houston, in the same intersection where I was staying. He was right there. That's where he
when
was
the
from.
when the
Those
first
pornos he
riot
shot were there.
when the first riots popped off in Dallas,
Yeah.
me, my old roommate Josh, and Ihani, nigga, we were downtown, and once like they started throwing like tear gas and shit, because we were just going home because it was one of the homies' birthday, and we were all fucked up. But right when we
Mm,
left, we just heard everything popping off, and I
mm.
didn't think none of it until I started watching news and seeing the protests, and then seeing the comments of people and all this shit shows you like who really fucks with you, who your true friends are. And I think the Trump shit helped out with a lot of people
Oh,
to be like, it's
that's a good
okay to
point.
yeah.
That's a good point. He did. I know who my friends are now. Speaking of
Yeah.
Dallas, that was even worse because Dallas, around the same time as when Botham Jean got killed, and that bitch only got 10 years. Remember Botham Jean?
Oh, the white lady who busted in that man's house,
Yeah, he was
right?
eating ice cream, so she had to kill him. He
Yeah,
was eating ice
yeah.
cream in his room.
What what pissed me off because like I said, I try to see stuff from both sides, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Mm.
not something I try to do, I just do it because I like to try to be a good person. But what pissed me off is when that happened and the brother was like hugging her and was like, oh,
That
it's
pissed me off.
yeah.
Don't
I'm
ever
like,
hug
bro,
my killer.
my nigga,
Um,
for real.
Let me say it on the record right now. I don't. If I get killed, I don't. I would not forgive my killer. I would
Right.
not forgive them. You need to be burning the town down. Burn everything if they kill me. If they kill me, burn everything. You recording this, right? It's
Oh,
on the record.
it's
Play
recorded. Yeah, it's
this.
recorded.
If they kill me, I want at least 10 dead cops.
Wait,
If they
what if
kill
no
me,
cop killed you though? What
what
if it was
we're
like a
talking about.
drunk driver?
If I was killed like the way, if
Knock
I was
on
killed
wood.
like the way Edward
Okay, I
Knight
got you.
killed Botham
Okay, I
Jean,
got you.
I want revenge. I don't want justice. I want revenge.
Right. Did
My brother's kind of on that bullshit. He's one of those guys that thinks he
here
can
here
talk
here
his way out of an altercation with the police. He's the kind of
here.
person that say my brother would not want blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want peace. I want no justice, no peace.
I got you.
No,
Man. So
let's make a
and
good
then
radio for you.
I know, right? and then after it was a chain of events. It seemed like, you know what I mean? Like it seemed like
Yeah.
almost every week or every other week, a black person get killed. Now, when that's happening, what is the dynamics between you you and your girl? Because let me tell you this: when the Trayvon thing happened,
Hmm.
I was with the white chick at the time. You know what I'm saying? And she is very, pro black, all the shit, but she said at one point, like, well, maybe he shouldn't have wrestled with him. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
would
I
leave her.
well, well, I mean, I was mad for days.
He
I
followed that boy. He followed a child for going to the corner store. He followed him. He stalked the child.
right,
And then
right,
that
right,
child did what I would have done. He defended himself. And
right,
he beat his
right.
ass.
He
That
did.
guy's still free, by the way.
That is so weird. That should be
Yeah.
so weird. It's like all these niggas be killing each other and shit. But he's free, and I'm talking free to the point where he's signing Skittles and Arizona iced teas and stuff, and and all this shit. But okay,
His gun
but
is worth millions. His gun auctioned for millions. They fetishize our deaths. They cream their pants when we die. Can I say that on the show?
yeah, man, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, nigga.
Bro, it makes them come whenever we die.
So when all these chain of events are happening, and I mean, I'm sorry, man, I'm being kind of messy. I'm sorry. I've been drinking some Chardonnay, but I just want to know, like, what is the reaction of like your girl? Because with all these chain of events, I don't think I could, like it, man. I had to stop myself because I was like, I don't fuck with white people, period. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I feel that.
And then I told myself, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a daughter that's half white. You know what I mean? And so I couldn't be that, like that. But is your girl, like, I know that she agrees with everything that is like your side, but it's never got awkward.
It has gotten awkward
Yeah.
when stuff like that happens. I look at her a little bit more closely. I'm like, and I'm she's under more scrutiny because she is white. And the thing that
Right.
I'm protesting, the thing that we're both protesting against, me and her, she does benefit from it because she
Right.
is white and there's privilege attached to being white. There just is. And
So you understand that she may get some privilege.
yeah, and she better too.
Right.
That's another deal breaker. I mean, you have to understand that there's privilege.
But
Her,
if she
her,
understands there's privilege, but what if
mhm.
is it okay for her to use that privilege in certain situations? Or is that a deal breaker?
I would say she almost, oh, like use it against me.
No, no, like just say if y'all are going, y'all get stopped, and y'all both have weed or something, and they let her go because of her privilege, but they take you in, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna go. Like, are you
Oh,
gonna,
okay. So
or are you gonna be
she
mad
can't
if she
help.
want her to go
She
ahead?
can't help being privileged. She can't help like the good things that's going to come her way from it. What I
Right,
would have a problem with is, you know, hey, you are privileged and you got to leave early. You need to call my mom's. You need to call a lawyer.
right,
Put some money up and get me out. Get back to that police station and don't leave until I'm out.
right.
So she can't help but use her privilege. It's almost she has a responsibility to use that privilege in the service of people of color. She has a responsibility to use it.
Is that what you say, or do you like feel strongly of that?
I feel strongly of
Like,
that. We have to be in the
okay,
same boat.
right.
It
And
doesn't
man,
it doesn't work
and
otherwise.
I'm like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate, bro. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be
Nah, you keep saying that in
Tierra
my.
Marie from Love and Hip Hop and be all messy and shit.
There's nothing personal here. You're good. This is good radio. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not mad about any of this. This is
Right.
I spend a lot of time thinking about this stuff, so I'm glad to even talk about it. So don't even trip.
So okay, give me some of your thoughts then. Just give me some of your thoughts you'd be thinking about.
I mean specifically what we're talking about now. I mean it's my
Yeah.
relationship. It's been a pretty long term relationship. 4 years, 3 years now.
And you took her to Africa, right?
I took her to Africa. Yeah,
How was that for her? How was that for you?
bro. She's never even left Texas before. It was
Ease.
wild for me. I haven't been since I was 5. Nah, I was
So
like 8 years old the last time.
you
So it's
you
been
you flew her out. She got flew
yeah. I mean,
out.
she paid for her ticket. But she
Oh,
got the
okay.
free. She got the free hotel. She got the free food.
Yeah.
And no,
So
she had a good time.
y'all weren't staying in the trenches. Y'all stayed in the hotel.
Yeah, actually, it was a pretty nice hotel.
So
Um,
what was that experience like bringing a white girl to Africa?
all right, this is gonna be a little bit more lighthearted. This is actually pretty funny.
That's good,
Uh, have you been to Asia?
nigga. I've been to the Virgin Islands, bro.
Okay. Well, I've heard black people's experience. I've never been to Asia. I've heard black people's experience in Japan and uh, Asian
Now,
countries.
wait. What type of black person are you? Are you like a celebrity black person, or are you just like a Joe Schmo?
Oh, Joe Schmo. Like I'm talking about like, oh, I made a YouTube video. I'm black and I went to Korea and this is what it
Okay,
was
yeah,
like.
yeah. I've seen a couple of
Ba-
those.
yeah, basically, it's very her experience in Africa seemed similar to the experiences they were describing in the Asian countries because they a lot of them had never even seen anybody from
Right.
of European descent. One
Yeah.
lady, this crazy lady, everybody begs. It's a begging economy. It's unfortunate, it's an
You said
underfed
a bet?
begging, like
Oh,
a lot
begging.
of
Okay, okay.
homelessness,
Yeah.
third world country, and they all assume we have money to spend like that, and I'm like, oh, my mom paid for my ticket, bro. I'm not. I don't have money like that. I gave up.
Right.
We gave away our sunglasses. I gave off the shirt off my back at one point, and then they really were
Really?
staring because they had never seen a big fat nigga like me before. So
Oh,
they were like,
he got
wow.
titties.
They were like, bloop, bloop, bloop. But with her, bro, one lady, we're just walking. There's a lot of times when I just don't want to deal with my family because my whole family is still there, right? So I just
Hmm.
want to deal with them. So I'll go off to the next room. And I'm an asshole. I'll just leave her behind in the room with all these people. They don't even speak English.
I
And
do
she'd be
shit
like,
like that
Mahoney,
too.
Mahoney, don't leave me with everybody. I'd be like, no, you gotta have that. And I just leave her behind. One time we're walking and there's nobody we know out here. We're walking from the hotel. We're walking from my grandma's house back to the hotel because we're jet lagged. We need a nap. So we're
Hmm.
walking, and then there's a group of people, and they're begging like, "Can we have some money?" They asked Lizzie $1. And they're just like, "I can't. I don't have it right." And I keep walking, and I look. She's not anywhere near me. I just hear, "Mommy, mommy!" And there's a lady grabbing handfuls of. Lindsay's got crazy hair. Like she's got straight hair like a white person, but it's still like frizzy and crazy. She don't really. I like the look, but they grabbed it by the handful. Going, $1, $2, two, two, two. It was nuts. Right? She'd
Wait,
never done.
for what? For her hair, or they were like, yo, we not
No,
letting
no,
you
no,
go
no.
until you give us some money.
It was. The lady was crazy, and she thought it was funny. It wasn't. She was never in any danger. There's
Oh, it
more.
was just aggressive
She's more.
panhandling.
Yeah, it was aggressive panhandling. You're at more risk of being human trafficked in Houston than you are in Addis Ababa where we were. Like violent crime even is not a big thing there. So she
Really?
was she was gonna
So like when there obviously there was a lot of stairs then.
a lot of that was another thing I was gonna tell you, especially from kids. Like there would be kids walking and they would point and say some stuff, and a lot of moms being like, stop, don't do that. Like it was a lot of,
What were they saying?
oh my god, she's white or whatever. They weren't saying anything specific.
Right.
Most of the comments we got from strangers was how she was white and how I'm fat. Like
So,
hamburger liberal, hamburger, my brother.
yo, like did you have to get like mad shots before she went?
No, we don't. You don't have to get any of those shots. I mean,
Is that
I
just in the
would.
movies then?
You can. The first time I went when I was a kid, we got malaria and yellow fever shots, and then I think she got the shots, but I didn't get the shots this time. I was like, I'm fine, and I
So
eat, bro. I was reckless. I still will be. There's this thing called teresega. It's like it's raw beef, and I would
yeah.
eat that. I got off the plane. That was the first thing I was looking for was that
Nigga,
raw beef.
you've been reckless since the last podcast we had when you smoked that blunt with that with that homeless guy.
I got a reputation. I got a reputation.
This nigga smoked a blunt with a homeless guy. It was potentially crack, nigga.
Oh, I forgot about that. By the way, the girl that saved me in that scenario was the one that I broke up with because she just say the N word in front of everybody. I was like, I can't do this
What was it, an A or a hard ER?
with an A, but it was still like I don't like
Yeah,
that.
like nah.
Respect my boundaries.
So did you feel nervous going with because okay go because you're going with her and you know it's probably gonna be weird for her. So did you kind of what is it empathize like hey maybe you like you kind of felt for her too or were you there on your own thing? Did it bother you? Did it make you feel weird?
I haven't been to my home country in over 2 decades, so I had no time to worry about her, especially
Right,
because what she was going through, being surrounded by all these black people, is what I go through every day growing up in Austin, Texas. So she's gonna have to get used to it. In a way, I was more excited for her than anything because she has never
right,
left Texas. She never left
right.
Texas, much less left the country. So I was
And
like, this
you
has got
took
to
it to
be
the you
interesting
took
for
it to
her.
the motherland.
Yeah, I took her out there. So it was interesting. A lot of it, the per I don't want to say she served a purpose like that, but like the purpose she served for me was kind of watching her. I'd be like, man, this must be crazy for you, huh? You
Yeah,
don't speak the language even. I grew up speaking it, so
right.
it must have been crazy for her. I can't even imagine. I kind of, it makes me want to go to like Korea or whatever and like immerse in a completely different culture like that.
Yeah, I remember my old teacher from the 10th grade would
Mm.
always say that he was in the military and when he went to Japan that they would pull up their shirts and stuff because they thought all black people had tails because of monkeys and shit.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so enjoy enjoy going to Korea. Uh, nah, but so what type
I
of
got 2 feet on everybody in that country, so I ain't worried. I'll put my Timberlands
oh yeah
where it don't
right
belong.
stepping on
I'm
niggas.
not tripping. Yeah.
What type of
Godzilla!
what type of comedy your girl do?
Observational. She does a lot of, um, the female perspective and
How
her
is it being
job.
how is it being a comedian dating a female well dating another comedian? Like do y'all bounce ideas off each other? Do y'all write shit together?
Yeah, we make each other laugh all day. That's
Is it
that's
like a
that's the whole
sarcastic
appeal.
ass relationship?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sarcasm comes in when we're arguing more than when we're just joking with each other.
Right.
Um, I will say most comedians would recommend not dating a comedian. Honestly,
Why?
it's a miracle we two big, two massive egos trying to take the same space. Uh, but yeah, it's just too. Being a comedian comes with an ego. You got to believe you're funny, even if you might not be.
Right.
And you got to think you're the funniest person in the room. And if you don't think you're the funniest, if they don't think you're the funniest person, you got to. We try to out funny each other.
Right. Yeah, y'all
And
ever be
we,
on this do y'all do
huh?
stand up together? Like have y'all been on the same
Nah.
bill together?
We've been on the same bill, but we've never
Right.
been.
Well, no,
Uh,
that would be weird. That'd be corny. Like having
yeah,
the stand up couple and y'all just bouncing jokes off each other.
yeah,
I feel like it would just be
nah,
like weird and wholesome. I want some
yeah,
raunchy
no.
shit.
We don't even write jokes together. We wrote one joke together that I thought was really good. Uh, it was it was like one time we're walking down the street. Okay, okay. So the story is she goes up to me, she says, "Baby, I got catcalled." I was like, "What? What happened?" And she's like, "Oh, I was just walking down the street and I was minding my own business. And some dude rolled down his window and just he called me the N word." I was like, babe, I know. I was right there. I was right next to you." That's the bit.
Oh, he called you a nigga.
Yeah, that was the bit. That was the one joke we wrote together. Obviously, it's not that good. You ain't laughing.
I mean, I laughed when I heard this.
Nah, I'm playing. Uh,
So,
no, we don't. We're very different in our approach, and which is good for us because she catches me off guard, I catch her off guard. We make each other laugh a lot.
who's your top three comedians?
Eddie, for alt comics, Hannibal Buress, and
You
it
said
used to
for
be
what?
Chappelle for alt comedy. It's still
Oh,
Chappelle.
okay.
Chappelle is still up there for me.
Yeah,
He got
I
knocked
would.
down one peg for me because he's in. He just got diagnosed with COVID and he's in
I
Austin
know.
doing stand up right now. That
He
was
was that nigga was out. He was
he don't
out.
care. What are you doing? I'm not even mad at him. I'm more embarrassed. Like, I'm a fan. Why would you do that?
I say my top would be Patrice O'Neal,
Oh, good one.
Bernie Mac, and D.L. Hughley.
Those. are all better than my choices, except you don't got Eddie on
Nah,
your list. Eddie's the
David's
big loser.
good. Yeah, Eddie's really good. But like I was more of a fan of acting Eddie than comedian Eddie. Like I
Man,
like what was the first one? Delirious. I love is that it?
Delirious and Raw. That's
Yeah.
his only two specials.
Okay.
And
So
then he
yeah,
retired for like 30 years. He never came back.
is he coming back after doing like a Netflix special? Or was that
He
Chris
was
Rock?
supposed to come back. No, it was Eddie. Eddie was supposed to come back this year, and then Corona hit. And he's respectful, unlike Chappelle, and he cares about people dying of COVID, so he ain't doing it, which is sad. But
But
I respect the hell out of Eddie Murphy. You
but
know who paid for
you
Red Fox's funeral when Red Fox died? Red Fox died broke. You know who paid for that funeral?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. He's a role model. He's much more than just a good comedian. I want to be like him.
You seen Harlem Nights, right?
Yes, so good.
For I
That's
love
one of
you.
his most underrated ones.
Yeah, I was watching that the other day, and I was telling my kids like, yo, I was like, this is so much fucking star power in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Three
Like,
generations.
man, from Tommy to Arsenio Hall to Eddie Murphy to Richard
Tommy!
Pryor, yeah, man,
Charlie Murphy.
yeah, Charlie
The
Murphy.
main three, the top billed cast, man. It was three generations of comedy, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
all and Della Reese. You remember Della Reese?
Mm-hmm.
Touch by an
Come
Angel.
on, man. Touch my
You
angel,
go shoot
thin
me
line
in
between
my
love and
face.
hate. Yeah.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I really love her. So, but what changed the dynamics of comedy for me, obviously, was Bernie Mac from Kings of Comedy. But when I discovered Patrice O'Neal, I was like, this guy is a fucking genius. You know what I mean?
That man
And
weaponized honesty. That's his
yes,
humor, bro. Even
yes.
if I don't agree with him, I'm laughing. Like I respect women a lot more than he respects women, but some of the shit is so outlandish, and I don't even
But
have to
some of
agree.
it's
It's
true.
funny. Some of it's true, fine. Or it doesn't even matter. I know it's his truth, and it's
Right,
like
right.
it doesn't even matter if I agree. It's objectively funny. Like it's like 2 + 2 is 4, and also Patrice O'Neal is funny. Those are just facts of life.
Right, yeah.
It's
So,
physics.
so why wasn't he in your top three then?
I didn't even think about him. There's so many comedians, man.
So do you being a comedian? Do you watch a lot of different comedians?
Not as much as when I started. I was more obsessive. Chappelle put it this. I'm not saying I'm as good as Chappelle
Right.
by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But I love comedy. Chappelle said he doesn't watch comedy because he loves comedy. And when he watches somebody else do a stand up, it's like watching somebody fuck your bitch. That
Wow.
may be an exaggeration, but
No,
like it's
that's a good
boring now.
perspective. That's a good
It's got to
perspective.
be I got to be watching one of the goats for me to be into it now,
You
or
ever watch
short clips. It might be
you know
YouTube might have ruined comedy for me. I might have just
you ever,
overexposed.
well because I feel like you talking stand up or just comedy as a whole.
Stand up. I still
Okay.
watch comedy shows and comedy movies
You like
for
you
sure.
like Dan Cook?
Dane Cook is fine. He's underrated. I think people way too much
Under?
hate on him.
I hate that fool.
I get it. I mean, he's pretty generic, but like,
Yeah.
fuck, people hate. It's too much hate, man. It's like with Kevin Hart now. People really hate that guy. I was like, God,
Why do you
he's
think so?
because he's overexposed and we're oversaturated. He makes 3-4 movies a year. He does a new special every couple of months, so people are tired of him. But he's charming and he's good. I don't. So is Dane Cook. Dane Cook is perfect. I'm not saying they're great comedians. I wouldn't put either Dane Cook or Kevin Hart in my top 5, but I would. It's not that they're great. It's that they're perfectly okay. They're perfectly fine. You know what I mean?
What about Amy Schumer?
Trash. No, my
I
girl likes
agree.
Amy Schumer. I
Really?
Amy Schumer.
Why?
White female. I don't know. Man, there's a vibe. Certain comics. You remember Lisa Lampanelli from all the
Oh
roast?
yes, she fucked
I
all the
can't
black
stand.
dudes and stuff. You don't like her?
I don't like either of them for the same reason. Their jokes. They sometimes have this one joke that they repurpose and retool and reuse it all the time. Where basically it's, oh, look how gross I am. I fuck black guys, and that's what does that say about us? So I don't like that. I like
So
Sarah
what?
Silverman. That's the white woman in stand up with an asterisk. Except for the
What
white women that I know that do stand up, that I will watch. I will sit down and watch Sarah Silverman whole
what
entire
about
set.
what about like Monique? There's a new one, Sexy Stays Face. What about like what about the black comedians, female comedians?
Black female comedians. I know the ones I know. Man, I need to be more supportive of black women. There's one Nigerian lady. Her name is Maggie May. Oh,
Mhm.
Tiffany Haddish. I love Tiffany Haddish.
You know, I didn't know
Uh,
Tiffany Haddish did comedy until Tiffany Haddish blew up as a movie star.
wow. Yeah,
Like
she's a
I
banger,
barely
bro.
saw a Tiffany Haddish stand up like maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, what?
And
And, and, it, and it was on Def Comedy Jam.
by the way, you know her, like her ethnic background.
It was Ethiopian.
She's Ethiopian. Did you know that?
No, I just knew because you're Ethiopian, so I
Yeah,
figured like it
she's
was either
adopted.
that or white.
She's adopted. Her dad is an Ethiopian Jew from Israel.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
us out
think
there,
a lot of people don't agree, but I think Tiffany Haddish is like very attractive.
bro. And especially right now, I get a lot of like gay jokes when I say this. I like short hair. I like women with short hair a lot.
Hmm.
Like it's a fetish.
Yeah,
Tiffany had it when she didn't shave. She got the buzz cut.
yeah.
Oh my heart. She touched my heart right then and there.
I like
I'm glad she found common, man.
with the buzz cut. I like Sanaa Lathan's better, but besides me, does anybody ever tell you you look like Donald Faison?
Yes. Which is that's a handsome dude. I'll take that. He's not an ugly man at all.
Right,
I
he's
hate that
not. But
comparison.
you look
No,
like if I glimpse up like like you
this is
look
Donald
like the
Face.
nigga.
Hell yeah, good. You know what I used to? I get him and I get the weekend a lot when I
Really?
was doing
See,
stand up.
at least you get that nigga. I get like DMX and Don Cheadle, Omar from The Wire. That's who I get.
2 out of 3 of those are
Which
like
ones?
that's a really good.
Omar from The Wire.
Omar from the. I mean, DMX has lost his mind, but like Omar from The Wire.
Yeah,
Can I say something about the actor? He's a really good
yeah,
actor. Why
yeah.
is he like okay? I'm not homophobic. And usually when somebody says that, the next thing they're gonna say is probably homophobic. But nah,
Yeah.
it's just a curiosity about Omar from The Wire. Did you see Lovecraft Country?
Nah, I saw like 2 episodes.
All right, so I can spoil it for you, right? Can I spoil
Yeah,
it for
go
the
for it.
audience?
Yeah,
Spoiler
yeah.
alert for Lovecraft Country. He's gay in that too, which is fine, but it's like he's aggressively gay.
Really?
He's aggressively gay. He's fucking a dude, and he's about to put it in this dude's ass, and he like spits this glob of spit like the size of my head, and spits it into, and it was like, oh, that's
So,
aggressive. Like that's very. I mean, it's fine. We over sexualize straight couples in Game of Thrones and whatnot all the time. Like we see titties in all of HBO all the time. So it's fine. It's equality,
right.
but he does it a
And
lot.
maybe maybe he just felt like he did a good job with being Omar, and so he can just transition. Do you watch The Shy?
Maybe
You watch The Shy?
that's like Showtime.
Yeah.
I don't have the show. I don't have Showtime.
There
I
was
didn't
a
like
main
Power.
there was a main character on The Shy, and they fired him because he was a dope ass character, but they fired him because they wanted him to be in a transgender relationship with I guess a transgender girl. So they brought a nigga who looks just like him or whatever. And do you think that's a thing in Hollywood that they kind of just look more so for the black person to be gay because it's a masculine gay versus like if it's just a white person gay, it's almost like a gay gay.
I don't know the production like of that show. I don't know
Oh
if that
well,
is what it could be.
on the side, the lady who does it, she's lesbian. I think
Is she straight? Is she white woman?
nah, she black.
Yeah,
She
then it's
she
fine. She just
she
wants.
like nigga lesbian. Like she's the nigga.
It's a difference between like um white productions that want to emasculate black men is definitely a thing. But when it's a LGBT person and they're the runner of that show, it is her show, and all
Yeah,
she wants is representation for her people. It's her way or the highway, man. I mean,
makes sense.
you know,
You do any gay jokes? Like
uh,
what jokes do you stay away from?
anything. I believe anything can be funny, but I don't believe I'm talented enough to make everything funny. I used to have one. Man, I'm not funny enough to make fun of gay people. It's not my life. I
All
had a
right.
joke when I first started. One of my first ones. This is a bad joke. I'm gonna tell you up front, and I don't do this joke anymore. But it was like, um, man, what was it? This is like my impression of Count from Sesame Street if he was gay.
Oh, I remember that one. Go, you can still
Oh
do it.
no, no, it's so bad. I'm
The
so
one.
ashamed of it. Yeah, and then he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like that
And,
joke though. That's not. I'm not laughing. By the way, I'm not laughing at that joke being funny. I'm laughing because it's so stupid that I wrote that joke. Like it's embarrassing for me.
if y'all go back to Moke and Mahoney part one, you can hear the joke where it was funny because I
I
felt
can't believe
like
I did that.
you felt very good about that joke.
Oh no, that's even worse. I was proud of that garbage.
But it was cool because it's me and Thiago, we were smoking, so it was nice.
Does Tiago smoke? I think he don't smoke. I tried to smoke him a
Um,
couple times.
nah, he like Thiago's a every now and then smoker. When I say every now and then, it's like a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because the first time that we smoked was probably my first time in life smoking with Thiago. Maybe my second. I don't know. So
I
yeah.
think I don't think I smoke in like 3 weeks now, so my piss should be clean. I need to get back on that. I stopped
Oh,
drinking. I don't drink at all no more, bro. I got one bad hangover, and I was like, I'm just gonna smoke weed, and that's my
really?
only thing.
Well, I thought you're vaping right now. You just vaping?
What you mean, like vaping, like THC?
Like just vaping. When I say
No, I don't.
vaping, I just mean like the vapors. I thought I
No,
saw
I
you
don't.
just vaping just now.
No,
I'm just seeing
this is a
shit.
pen.
Yeah.
This is a regular. This is a pen. Laser
Okay,
pointer on
yes.
it.
Man, see, I'm living in a world wherever I see a pen, I just think it's a fucking vape. You know what I mean? Because
No, I
like
miss it.
I asked my kids, my daughter wanted me to sign something the other day, and
Hmm.
we cannot find a fucking pen in the house to save our fucking life. And I thought
Do
to
it.
myself, this is what life has come to,
You got weed pens, but no writing utensils.
bro. So we're at the hour mark. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
I mean, you've been lobbing over the subjects, and we've been covering them really good. It's been organic and good so far. If you got anything for
Yeah.
me, I'll talk about it. But no, I ain't got nothing specific.
Well, let me. I'm gonna say one story, and it's not really all that good, but so doing this. I don't want to say Zoom, but doing this little podcast. You know what I'm saying? How I do the stream shit now. When I first really started doing this, it was like you know what I'm saying. It was damn near, it wasn't summer, but it was like, 70s, whatever. And so I started doing it in my garage. And so I always worried about the heat, but I never worried about how it would feel when it's cold. And that is
Hmm.
why I'm not just like this to look cool. I'm just like this because I'm in a cold ass garage. And yeah, yeah. And I mean, if you were like here, there's literally like the smoke coming out my mouth because it's pretty fucking cold. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I is there anywhere where they can find you? How they can follow you? Want to drop that for the people?
I'm on TikTok at Mehone Slushy. I'm on Twitter at Money Slushy.
Man, you gotta
And
spell that for them.
so Money Slushy is MoneySlushy. Literally like money, like cash, and slushy,
And
like you drink.
slushy. Okay.
Yeah, that's my Twitter handle. And it's Mehone Slushy on TikTok and on that's I think that's all my social media right now. I'm on Facebook and I'm on
If
YouTube. Just put my first and last name if you want to find my FPIA set, my funniest person in Austin set that got me advanced
I didn't know
semifinalist.
you
Whoop,
had a
whoop.
fucking footage on that. I've never seen footage of you, nigga.
Yeah, put my name on YouTube. I did a competition in Austin. It's called the funniest person in Austin.
Right.
And I advanced twice, but I advanced twice on two separate years. I didn't really get far,
Mm,
but that puts me in like the top 100 funniest people in the city. So
that's
I'm
dope.
proud of it.
That's dope. Did you ever think about if Kansas City would have won the Super Bowl, you could have called yourself Mahoney Mahomes?
Ah, I don't even watch
Um,
football like that, but I
uh,
when he started coming up, I heard about him a lot.
that was just I just drop a couple corny dad jokes every now and then. That was one of them.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Uh, hey, but I appreciate you for being on, man. I'm about to get about the Kodak's garage and go
Yes,
into
sir.
a
Get
nice
one, bro.
heated house. Yo, we got to do this again, and we got to link up soon. Andy hit me up. You know Andy, right?
Remind me who Andy is.
From
Last name.
VGA. From VGA.
I was there for 1 year. I made some memories, but I don't.
Okay.
What
Well, he's coming in March, and he has a podcast too. Shout out to him. It's called the Rap Hour. And he's trying to have me, Emerson, like he graduated with me, and Thiago on a pod. You should probably come too. That would probably be dope.
bet. I know Emerson. Emerson was my roommate for a little while there.
Yeah, so Emerson is gonna be there, and Thiago will be there, and I'll be there. So you should come through to that. But
Bet. Yeah, keep me
I,
posted. I'm
I
driving now, so I can.
appreciate you, man. Stay black. Wait, stay black for your white girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm talking shit. Nah, man. But I'm gonna fuck with you, man. I like your shit. Stay funny. I'm finna check you out right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
So
man.
thanks
I
for being on the
appreciate it.
show. Have a good
You
one,
too,
bro.
boss.
Yeah.